Okay, I'm just going to demonstrate what is probably the simplest sort there is, and it's called the selection sort. And all you do is you look at the first item, and because it's the first one I've looked at, this is obviously the smallest number I've looked at. And then I just check along. 7 is bigger than 4, 3 is smaller than 4, so this is now the smallest item that I've identified. I look at the next one, 1 is even smaller than 3. So this is the smallest one I've found. 2 is bigger, 6 is bigger, and 5 is bigger. So I'm just going to swap the smallest item I've found with the first item in the list. And because I know this is the smallest, I don't need to check it again. So now I repeat that process. I look at the first one, which is 7, and then I look at the next one. 3 is smaller, that's the new smallest item in my list. 4 is bigger. 2 is smaller, so that is the new smallest item in my list. 6 is bigger, and 5 is bigger. So once again, I put 2 to the front of my list, swap it with the item that was already there, and because I know this is the new smallest one, I can add it to the list of sorted items. And I just repeat the process. 3 is the smallest, still the smallest, still the smallest, still the smallest, still the smallest. It already is the first item in the list, so I don't need to swap it around. 4, 7's bigger, 6 is bigger, 5 is bigger. It's the first item in the list. 7, 6 is smaller, so that's the new smallest item in my list. And I check the next one, 5 is even smaller. It's the last item in my list, so I just swap it to the first position. And because I know it's the smallest, I add it to my sorted list. 6 is the smallest item in my list that's left. 7's bigger than it, so that's the smallest, it's the first item in my list. And I add it to the sorted list. There only is one item left, that must be the smallest. Everything else has been sorted and I know that they're all smaller, so I just add it to my sorted list, which gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have now used a selection sort to put the items in my list in order.